Entertainment. Yes. Welcome back to another episode of Miss Entertainment with your host, Deon Norman. Now, this is part 2 of the part 1 episode from yesterday. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have none other than Mr. BRIAN Piccolo on the line once again. What's up,
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Yes.
Going down. How y'all doing out there, world?
What's going on?
I'm good, sir. How about yourself? We going to do this thing, man. I had an exciting time with you yesterday talking about the event and history and all like that. So, on your mark, you set, go.
Let's get it. Now, yesterday we left off. We was talking about the 40-year milestone celebration that you putting together. It happens October 13th at 3 p.m. at the Ford Community Performing Arts Center.
Right, yes. And it's going to be a joyous time, man, like we talked about on yesterday. For those that didn't catch it, that it is the Detroit 40-year milestone celebration. They said, well, why 40-year milestone celebration? Well, between 1979 and 2019, just happens to be 40 solid years, nephew, that we will not get back, okay? We won't get that 40 years back. So you won't see another Marvelous Marv, a J.C. Cage. You won't see a Tiger Dan. You won't see a Nat Morris.
Right.
Yeah, Irma Henderson, our first women elected councilwoman ever in the United States, even in the city of Detroit.
Right.
Okay, so a lot of things that happened over this 40 years, it's milestone.
Right.
We love that, and we're going to celebrate that on October the 13th. There in Dearborn, yes.
Right. And you have the performances are just lovely. You have RJ Latest Arrival, Undisputed Truth, Spider Turner, T Money Green, Lauren D. Harper, Carl Reed.
Yes.
The list goes on and on.
Spider Turner, if I can just elaborate here a little bit.
Okay.
Spider Turner, it goes back many years. Him and Norman Whitfield was very, very close. Norman Whitfield had the group Rolls Royce.
Okay.
Who came with the song Car Wash, and they did, what's the other song? Wishing on a Star in that.
Okay.
Rolls Royce. He wrote Just My Imagination by the Temptations. Norman Whitfield did.
Okay.
He wrote Ball of Confusion. We're going to be celebrating Norman on that evening as well. So Spider Turner will be there in his honor doing Stand By Me and some other songs that he made famous back in his heyday.
Okay.
Along with the Undisputed Truth with Joe Pep and the background singers there, Miss BJ Brenda. Got to give a shout out to them as well. Undisputed Truth was one of Norman's groups that he put on Whitfield Record once he was able to get sanctioned by Berry Gordy. See, all this is great history a lot of people don't know.
Right.
So we're excited to have Joe Pep in the building, even gracing us with that song, Smiling Faces. Sometimes tell lies, So, yes, we're excited, yeah.
Okay. Beautiful thing, man. You are celebrating people also as well. Names like Detroit Most Wanted, Awesome Dre.
I knew you was gonna go there. Awesome Dre.
For sure.
Detroit's Most Wanted. That you came on the heels of those guys, looking up to them.
Right.
In a mighty way. And Detroit's Most Wanted, Monty Ski, Duncan Hines, and Lee. And Lee, they came together as a trio group. And Monty Ski, we call him Monty Ski, his name is Reginald.
Right.
But he is the grandson to Jackie Wilson.
Right.
And Jackie Wilson just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame about 3 weeks ago now.
Right, and that's a beautiful thing, too.
We're excited that him, even Jackie Wilson's daughter, Brenda Wilson, will be in the building on that day. See all this nostalgic history that came out of the city of Detroit.
Right.
This is why this celebration is so important for the young people as well as the old people and the old heads, as we call them, to come out, to come out to this celebration on October the 13th, yes.
That's a beautiful thing, man. And then you have other names also as well. I see you got Ron O.J. Ron, what's up, O.J.?
For 40 years, I was able to get on the dance show called The Scene at the time in 1979, and he was the DJ. Well, there wasn't a DJ. He was the dance coordinator for that event.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and he kept me outside. I just came out of the military.
Mm-hmm.
He kept me outside for about 4 months. I couldn't get in. Every Friday I run down there trying to get on that show, and he always kicked over me. And we tell that story all the time about that situation. But I end up getting on the show in 1979. I danced for about 3 or 4 weeks, but they found out I had skills in telecommunications, and I moved over to stage manager and floor directing, and then lighting director and engineer. So I moved my way up, and that's how I was able to be alumni of the WGPR team up there.
Okay. That's amazing history right there. Because I know you were like a producer for the show also as well. And man, you did your thing. You have a legendary status out here. Real talk. You really do. But I want to also talk about where we left off at. We left off with Rap's Corner.
Yeah.
So
left off with Rap's Corner, and Rap's Corner is my baby, my sweetheart. It's the show that I came up with because at that time, like I said, with the scene, I had wanted to produce some shows, and Nat Morris told me that I can associate produce, I can assist in producing, but to actually produce a show, I would have to come up with a concept on my own. And I believe that that's very important for all people to understand. Anytime you want to do something, you have to get cultivated in yourself. Long story short, I was able to do that show called Rap's Corner. I had Miss Cole Medina at that time. A lot of people didn't know, but she was my wife. We had got married in 1987. We got married. I came on the air with Rap's Corner about 1985, the end of 85, going into 86. I launched the Rap's Corner show. And Rap's Corner at that time, nephew, was very important for the city of Detroit.
Yes, it was.
Yes, we were able to launch a lot of careers around the world, people nationally. And one of my favorites that I always talk about is MC Hammer.
Yes.
Hammer, and then another story, nephew, is the one with Ice-T. Ice-T and I were very close, man. He would come down to the show every time he was in town. Ice-T, and then so one time he came in, he had his hair braided all back and everything. It was extensions they had braided into his hair, Ice-T, right? And I was like, what's going on with this? But it was a look that they was trying out for him because he was getting ready to do this movie called New Jack City.
Got you. Wow. That's when they put
New Jack City is a cult film. It's like one of the all-time greatest gangster films for hip-hop that was ever made, and we didn't know it at the time. We just like, oh, okay, New Jack City, but it turned out to be one of them premier movies for us in the community.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Like you said, you helped break major artists into the industry, man. The city of Detroit has done a lot, and you are a part of that, and I want to say thank you. Real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes. We just want to say thank you very much, man. For your recognition and your accomplishments, for paving the way for a lot of people. Like I said yesterday, before DTV, before Turbulence, before Video Requests, and 7 Mile to Belle Isle, it was Rap's Corner. Rap's Corner was the first video show from Detroit to go national.
We inspired a lot of shows, even your MTV Raps, and we were talking how me and Fat Five Freddy, who was the host of your MTV Raps, got cool because of the fact that they looked at Detroit and they saw that they was like, what's going on in Detroit? So they looked up at Detroit and saw that we were on the air, Cole Medina and myself.
Right.
So I got to give shouts out to Cole Medina. She was a fabulous host for that show. She stayed current, and was able to blend in with any artist that came before her, such as KRS-One. Even Flavor Flav actually named her Cole Medina. We was, I kept, it was that Fight the Power movement and that movie. Those movies were out, right?
Right.
So I was like, Flav, man, you be saying Cole Medina all the time. You like Cole Medina, Cole Medina. So I was like, wow, that would be a sweet name for you, Marie. Her name is Marie Nelson.
Right.
So we came up with that, and so I said, Flav, man, you got to sanction her, man, and first pronounce that name over her. And actually, I got it on video somewhere. He came in town, and when he was here, he sanctioned her with the name Cole Medina, and that's how she was able to rock that name for many years. And I think she's still rocking that name as well. But Cole Medina actually was ordained over her life by Flavor Flav. Isn't that something?
That's crazy. I did not know that, man. Big shouts out to Cole Medina too, man. Yes, the actual host of Rap's Corner, man. Rap's Corner, man. That was a hot show, man. I wish you could bring that back.
Oh, man, we're looking through the archives, and I asked her the other day.
Yeah.
You know what? And it's good. You got to have archives. I wasn't thinking about it then, nephew, but I had so many people. I do have some interviews and things like that, but you always ask me, Uncle, you got some tapes, man. You got some tapes.
Right, because now
back then it wasn't no YouTube and all like that.
Exactly.
Uploading archives, so back then it wasn't that. But I mean, like Kid Fresh and Rakim, these kind of people, LL Cool J. We used to go to New York on 127 and Linden Avenue in Queens and hang out, man. You know, it's like, you know, they embraced me to the 10th power. It's like I would take a flight every weekend to go to New York to jail with the New Yorkers and stuff, because I was trying to get us on the map. You know, I said, we got rappers too.
Right.
But that New York flavor had such a style to it that they wouldn't let nobody in at that point, especially from Detroit. They like, yo, y'all got Motown, leave it at that, bro. We gotta have something. They kept telling me, y'all got Motown, give us the hip hop.
Right.
No, man, we getting ready to do this too. We getting ready to do some hip hop too. Yeah,
most definitely, because it was tough for a hip hop artist coming from Detroit to get that nationwide experience, man, because like you said, they were so stuck into the Motown situation. But guys like you helped pave that way to get us out of the city lineman, to get out there nationally. And like I said, man, once again, thank you. If nobody is saying thank you, because like I say, you was there, right? You know what I'm saying? Like people have to know their history.
Yeah, they got to know where it starts at, and Austin Dre was one of them. Like I said on yesterday, for those that didn't catch it, Austin Dre was a local artist. He was in the studio a lot with Corey Blakely and Andre Hines. They had a group out, but Corey was a great engineer, and he was engineering a lot of Dina rap, you know, Sucker Free and different songs that Austin Dre had in the beginning. And that caught hold to some ears in California, Bentley Records. And so Bentley Records signed Dre based on what we were doing here on my show, Rap's Corner. It just had got that large, and he had picked it up. So they called Austin Dre, made an appointment. Next thing I know, he was signed to Bentley Records. They produced a video on him that I was able to direct, and it was called "You Can't Hold Me Back." And the rest is history. We flew up from there. And then the Priority Records heard about it, so Bentley Records made a deal to switch and transfer Dre over to Priority Records. At that time, they had NWA on that label as well as Eazy-E on that label.
Wow, that's right.
At Priority Records, man. And we just blew up from there, went around the world touring with Chuck D, and him and Chuck D became real close friends. They're still close friends today. Austin Dre is one of our pioneer rappers here. I know we got Jack Frost. I know we got Big Herc. I know we got Esham. I know we got all these big rappers here, and shouts out to everybody. But I believe that Austin Dre was very, very instrumental in bringing the light on to Detroit in hip hop.
Oh man, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's beautiful. Big shout outs to Austin Dre, man. What's up, Dre? It's just so much history, man, that I wanted to talk to you about. You know, even though you do have the event coming up, I just wanted everybody to know exactly what you have accomplished in the city. That's why I wanted to go back with Rap's Corner, to let everybody know like what you have done then and what you are still doing now. And like I said, man, I just wanted to congratulate you for all of that, man. And like I said, you should have been on this list too.
I'm giving the show. Everybody
for sure.
But God gave it to me to give, and he told me to give unto others. You know what I mean? Pressed down, shaken together, shall he give it back unto me.
Right.
So, you know, it's not an I me factor. It's a we factor. And I didn't really think about it like that. But everybody said, where your name at on this list? You need to be honored, and they may do something for me. They may, we'll see.
You say we'll see.
We'll see.
we go give you a star
there,
too.
They gotta be there. Y'all gotta come.
Yes, please.
October the 13th is going down in Dearborn, Michigan.
Yes.
They said, well, why ain't Dearborn, not in Detroit? Well, Greg Denmar and a lot of my high society colleagues, if I can call them that, they wanted to feel very, very special. So this place that we have is a ballroom. It's very elegant. It's upscale, and people can come and sit down and feel comfortable because we're going to have state representative. She's retired now. Right. State Representative Rosemary Robinson in the building. She's been in Lansing for over 20 years. She just retired, So we're going to have Tom Barrow there. We're going to have Herman Davis there. You know what I'm saying? Miss Rosa Robinson. You're going to have Michael Stokes. Michael Stokes, I just talked to him. Shout out to Michael Stokes. And I know he's listening because I told him to tune in and watch you there. But Michael Stokes, man, he's right now in the studio with Smokey Robinson doing his new album. He's in the studio with Rick Ross doing his new album. And he has Macy Gray in the studio right now today doing her new album. Michael Stokes is phenomenal. He came from Detroit, Michigan. He moved out to California, and he's been with Michael Jackson. He did some of the Thriller soundtracks with Quincy Jones, He's been with the president. He was with Nancy Reagan doing the Don't Drop Out campaign when we was all dropping out of school and all like that. And Nancy, see, this is history, but Michael Stokes is phenomenal. He got so many platinum and gold plaques on his wall that he's worked with all these great people. Right. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. So Michael Stokes will be in town in the building. Wow. And so we want to give them an atmosphere to where they don't want to feel like when they come out of the event that their car stole. I mean, let's just keep it real.
I ain't gonna even say nothing.
I ain't gonna say nothing either, but I love Detroit, these my people, but
for sure.
gotta watch your cousins sometimes. You gotta watch your cousins. That's all I'm gonna say.
For sure, man. Ford Community Performing Arts Center takes place October 13th at 3 p.m. How can they purchase tickets?
Yeah, man, they can. I know that's gonna be in the archives. But look, they can purchase tickets by going online to Detroit Celebration.eventbrite.com. Once again, that's Detroit Celebration.eventbrite.com. Tickets only $35. People say $35 should be $350. All this is going on, but no, we got it at $35 general admission and $50 VIP. Now in VIP, you're gonna have Michael Powell, who is the producer over some of R. Kelly songs, and definitely Anita Baker songs, and all the Chapter 8 stuff. Michael Powell is phenomenal here in the city of Detroit. He was just producing some stuff on Aretha Franklin before she passed. So Michael Powell will be there. You got, like I say, Michael Stokes. You got Mr. Matt Miller, one of the great business people here in Detroit. He founded Chapter 8 at his club called Cabaret Lounge back in the day. Then he had C-Note Lounge. Then he had Slammers Lounge. So, yes, this is Mr. Matt Miller will be in the building. So, all that great stuff is going to be going on there. Dream Boy, the group Dream Boy, they used to tour and be out when Ready for the World was out. They'll be my backup band. They'll be the stage band for that day. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
Man, you got to do this right here, man. I don't even know how this is. This is but God. Okay?
Yeah, that ain't nothing but God, man. It's setting the platform for you, man. You just gotta roll with it. That's all it is. And I see you rolling too.
Thank you, nephew.
Man, yes.
We want to say shouts out to Mr. R.J. Watkins, man.
Yes, sir.
Your mentors. Mr. Henry Tyler, one of your mentors. This is why you even got into video production and radio broadcasting and things of that nature. You follow under the wing of these great people who will also be in the building, Mr. R.J. Watkins and Mr. Henry Tyler. I grew up with these cats, and we started, they were a little bit in it before me because I was in the military, but we came and jailed together, and I've been knowing these guys over 40 years, and shout out to Mr. R.J. Watkins, who's like a brother to me, and Mr. Henry Tyler, so they'll be there as well. So, I know you pay homage. I know you pay homage to them.
For sure.
They mentored you very well, and they gave you a lot of leeway. They gave you a lot of teaching and upbringing in the broadcasting field.
Yeah, most definitely, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do this right now, and DTV, So I appreciate them for looking out, and as well as guys like yourself, Nat Morris. You know, you guys paved the way. That's why I was saying, like, a lot of people need to know the history, but, you know, the people behind WGPR. You know, people need to know people behind the scenes, behind Rap's Corner, behind the New Dance Show, all of that. People need to know that, because GPR was a platform for all of us, you know. And Pick, you was the man in the back, making sure everybody was on their toes. You know, yes, you was. So, and for you to be, you know, from that to where you are now at a legendary, iconic status, man, I salute you for sure. For sure, I do, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, to God be the glory. You know, He's moved me on into ministry, and I'm an ordained pastor at this point. So I use my ministry and the wisdom, the knowledge, the great understanding that He has bestowed upon me now to encourage people to let their light shine. You know what I mean? We don't have to be holier than thou, because no one is perfect, but let's just have a sense of pride towards one another. Let's love one another, reach one, and then teach one another, and then we'll be okay. Other than that, that's all we have to do. So people don't have to get it twisted when they say, wow, you're a pastor now, but you know, you're in these different venues. Well, Jesus walked among the saints. He didn't really hang out. Well, He walked among the sinners, as I could say. He didn't really hang out on top of the hill. He was down low in the valley. He was down there checking things out. He was bringing a light to people. So that's what I say. I model myself after that. That's why I'm where I am. I'm not going to sit up high thinking I'm the almighty one. No, I'm going to get low, and I'm going to get dirty and down in it with you.
Right.
Y'all heard me?
Yeah, for sure. Say you got to do what you got to do. Most definitely. Detroit's 40-year milestone celebration for Community Performance Arts Center, October 13th at 3 p.m. Once again, it's hosted by Greg Dunmore for Post B Media and co-host Nin Daly. Tickets, where can they get the tickets again?
Yeah, tickets are online at the Detroit Celebration. DetroitCelebration.eventbrite.com. Once again, DetroitCelebration.eventbrite.com, and it'll take you straight to it. Or if you go on my Facebook page and all like that, there's always a link up there. You hit that link, and it'll straight take you to it as well. I thank God for Eventbrite too. It's just amazing how God works, though. But Eventbrite, they went all out for me and did a big page and all like that. It's a nice website for me. So when they click on that, it'll be just very, very easy to navigate through, get your tickets. They'll send them to you and all like that. It's just amazing how God is making all this thing come to pass. I've been working on this since 2017.
Okay.
I'm serious. Yeah. Well, I really jumped on it in this January, but it was always in my spirit from 17. I'm telling you, God woke me up one morning and He just told me that. And we talked about this yesterday. Right. When you have something going on, don't go before God with it. Always wait and hear that if this is the right choice for me to make. And a lot of people make the wrong choices. That's how come they end up in jail, or they have too many kids out here unbeknownst to them, because we make our own decisions fleshly and not spiritually, if I could just preach a little bit.
Go ahead.
So we have to know that we know what we're doing before we jump into something. Come on now.
Right.
They end up in these positions that they don't think, wow, how did I get in that position? Right. If you just wait on the Lord one good time. Wait on Him. Wait on Him. And let Him lead and guide your path. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
You'll be all right. For sure. Well, I want to say thank you for this time and this opportunity, man, that you gave me, man. I know you're a very, very busy person. And this big event, man, is taking place October 13th at the Ford Community Performing Arts Center in Dearborn. You must attend. People, please attend to this event. I mean, you have a big list like this, man, and they're celebrating people like Ron Banks, David Ruffin, let me see who else you got up here. Carl Butch Small, TJ Hemphill, Kwame Kenyatta, Ron Scott, Tyrone Bradley, Ray O'Shea, Cruising with Foodie, Geno Washington. You know what I'm saying? The list, Carl Carlton. The list goes on and on, man. And I know you busy, man, but I just want to say thank you so much.
It goes on and on until the break of dawn, homie. It goes on and on, and it
on and on.
And it won't stop.
You already know.
You already know. We invented this platform. Don't get it twisted.
Come on, man. Let them know. Let them know. Try to tell you, man. Once again, thank you so much, for the opportunity, man. I'm looking forward to working with you on the 13th.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They can always say, to the PICC, the OLO, I rock to the rhythm, and don't you know. Come on, somebody.
For sure, for sure. Appreciate you, Uncle. Love you, man.
Right, man. Y'all have a good time out there, world. Stay blessed.
For sure. You too. My man. Let's give it up for BRIAN Piccolo, man. That is my man's right there, 100 grand. Big shout out to BRIAN Piccolo. Once again, his event is at Ford Community Performing Arts Center, located at 15801 Michigan Avenue, October 13th, 2019 at 3 p.m. And come on down, man, and help us celebrate the big names that we just named, and it's a whole lot more. We're gonna rebroadcast this all day, all night, man, as much as possible. And I'd like to say thank you very much for watching us, man. And we look forward to doing this once again. It's Mr. Entertainment. I'll holler back. Peace.
This is another certified banger by Mr. Entertainment.